Welcome back, City Skylines players and fans. This is Gomer with Gomer Games. Alright, the Heart of Korea content pack. And we're going to go over some of the major buildings in the pack. There are quite a few, so we're not going to go over all of them, but we're going to go over most of them. The first one on the list here is the eco-friendly incinerator plant. And I think that's something that we've needed for a while in the game. We've needed some more variation on incineration plants, so I think this is a great option. I kind of like the style. I think it fit in a modern industrial complex. I think that would fit in quite nicely. The next one here is a medical building, and it is the Plastic Surgery Center. And looks like it's 89 patients, has some EMS personnel there, but it works kind of like a hospital, a small medical practice there. But I like it also. It's kind of small. You can kind of fit it in a downtown area or in an office complex. Get some medical attention to your citizens there. The next one here. This one is a much needed item. It's a crematorium memorial park. And much of the crematoriums in the game, especially the vanilla, let's just say they're less, they're not the best. So I think this is another option that we needed that to add a little bit of variety. I think it looks great. I think you could really do some stuff, especially if you play on PC. You could really do some stuff here and add some things to that. The next one here is the fire station. Again, just another option. Has five engines. Great option there. This one next to it is the police station, and holds 30 criminals, 8 patrol cars out of there. So I think that's another great option there. Solar panels on there, little antenna, satellite dish on the police station. I think the back of these are quite nice. They look like regular urban buildings. If again on PC you could add some dumpsters on the back, or maybe a parking lot with some cars, and then parking lot with some patrol cars or something. But very nice. The next one here is a large elementary school. And I really like, I'm normally kind of, I don't like putting a lot of color in my cities and my projects, but sometimes it breaks up the monotonous, especially when you're looking from above. Um, it kind of gives you something else to look at versus just the plain gray or black rooftops. So I think that looks quite nice there. Little stairs there with a wall around it. Again, it's an elementary school, so they want it all gated and fenced off and everything. Looks like a gymnasium that's on the back there, with a little walkway over the top. I think that's kind of cool there. Awnings in the back, probably for the teachers or maybe students to maybe go outside and eat lunch or something. But I think that's great. Now that's the service buildings. We're moving on to the unique buildings now, and this one here is absolutely great. It's an apartment complex, and I'll let you kind of take a look at it here. Should have had, well, the resolution was at 200%, so, but it's quite nice there. And I love the rooftop cafes and the seating area. Looks like there's kind of like a lot of glass and indoor lighting and everything there. the back looks just as good as the front. I mean, that's definitely something that you can put around a plaza or put two streets, put a street on both sides or something. Because I mean, this building, I really like this one. This one, I think, is probably my favorite one in the pack. Um, but that's kind of hard to, to be honest, it's kind of hard to tell. I know this is a plaza. It's another unique building, and it's Thumbs Up Plaza. And I'm not sure if this is based off of a real location or not, but it's some seating area. It's got a cool little statue there with two people meeting in the middle there. Some unique statues or designs and stuff, so I think it's kind of cool. This one here is a I forgot the name of it. It looks like it's some sort of like um, I don't know if it's a shopping area or maybe it's like an office complex. It doesn't really. It's a square center, so I'm willing to bet there's probably some commercial in there and some offices and stuff like that. But it's got a rooftop seating area, which is probably a cafe, and looks like some greenery on the top. And the back, it's got some balconies. No seating in the back. Uh, but one thing I do like is the looks like each level has got its own set of doors, which there's a lot of assets out there on the workshop that have these great balconies and stuff, but there's no clear access to it. So you have to either add doors or when you zoom in, it's like how do people get up there? But you could probably add seating and everything to some of these balconies. The stairwell, I love that. That's great. Especially, I haven't played with this yet, so I don't know whether you can actually see people walking in up those stairs or not. That would be great. I think that might be a step too far, but it's possible. We'll have to play with it and see. The next one here is another one of my favorites, and just if you watch my channel, you know I like odd-shaped buildings and not really modern architecture, but great different shapes of architecture, not just a plain square or rectangle building. I like odd shapes and stuff. So, but this is a R&D center, research and development center. Um, Great rooftop. Again, it adds a little bit of color to the city, but you have the air conditioning units and the heat units and everything. But you have some walkways. But yet you also have like a seating area up here, which I think is great. Um, Again, I'm not sure. Oh, I guess they would come out here, right here. Okay, they would come out right here. And then I was going to say I was looking for the opening there, but I really like that. It's got like a parking here, so there'd probably be like underground parking and everything in there. It doesn't say that it works like that. It just works as a unique building. Um, but you know, the aesthetics of it is great. Now the center part here is great. It's got a little walkway here and some bushes and trees on the what would be I think the third level. Uh, yeah, I would think that would be the fourth, or maybe yeah, one, two, three, and then fourth. Yeah, so you're walking around. Again, there's no door or anything up here, or at least not any significance. It looks like just any all the other windows, but that's still kind of cool. You can put some benches and stuff up there. Uh, Really cool there. Um, so I really like this one. This one's definitely one of my favorites with the apartment complex here. This is a unique item. This is another unique building, and it's Food Alley. So there's a bunch of tents and seating and everything. Works just like a unique building, but it's just something different. You could add it to a festival area of your city, so you're having some sort of street festival or something. I think that's kind of cool. You could use that in combination with the main Old Town Street. This is another unique building. It's a Korean style temple, and it's one thing. I think I think they lack some religious buildings in City Skylines. I think there's a lack in vanilla religious buildings for obvious reasons, but I think it gives us a little bit of variety to make sure everybody has some place to go and practice their religion. But I like the different types of churches and temples and that type of stuff. Gives everybody some options. This is a department store. Um, yeah, department store. Again, works as a unique building. And again, that roof, a little bit of green on the top there, a little brown, with those walkways and not much seating. Yeah, I guess there's a few seats in there. Probably put some trees and bushes and stuff up there. So I think that would be great there. But this is a great, some advertising on the front here, some doors. Looks like, yeah, some advertising for some shops on the inside. I think that is just great. The back side of this one is pretty much the same on the other three sides, minus it's the same as the front, other than the signs and everything. But again, this is another asset that you can put basically in the center of a block and have roads go around on all four sides. All right, now moving on. This one here is the entertainment agency. Not quite sure whether that's like a talent agency or I'm not sure. It's a unique building, but it's I like it. It's again, it's got shrubbery and everything on the top with a nice seating area, some air conditioning. The roofs are different colors. You've got the standard gray with the air conditioning, and then the greenery and the brown, and I think that's great. Some advertising poster there, and I think that's just another building that we could add that just adds a little bit of uniqueness. Looks like there's a garage on the backside here, um, so I think that works great too. And I don't think that's a drive-through garage. No, it's not. So it'd probably be like either a loading dock or maybe you could pretend it's underground parking also. Something to that effect. All right, now moving on. Now these are the growables um, for the game itself. This is a high-density commercial building. Now I'm not going to go through every one of them because there are a bunch, but I'm just going to go through some of the ones I kind of like the best, and I think has the great details and everything. So I mean but there are quite a few of these, residential and commercial. I love the roof there, highly detailed. The unique shape with a little balcony there. Not really large enough to put a seat or anything, but it just gives the building a little bit of a different angle, different view. You've got a small, what would be a garage or a loading dock right there. I think that's great. Let's go ahead and check out the back. And the back of the building, it's got some different shapes and different angles. Definitely, you can tell that's the back of the building, but it's got the different shapes and angles and everything, and I think that looks great. A lot of different balconies and everything on this side, so that would be great if you had something scenic on either a park or maybe if you place this on the coast overlooking a river or the ocean or something. I think that's great. Okay, moving on. This next one here is another commercial building, and this one is well. These are just. I think these are different. They call each time that it forms, it creates a different. Sometimes it's a discount sale, sometimes it's a drugstore, sometimes it's this, that, or whatever. But these are just unique commercial buildings. But it's got several different doors there. It's got this unique front here. I kind of like that. The circular shape there, and then the vertical tower here that's shaped with a circle. Yeah, I really like the air conditioning units hanging out the windows. Um, just a medium-sized building there. And then this one here, it looks like down twice. I'm not quite sure. Or actually, maybe it's not the same building. It might not be the same building. Just a different variation of the same. It doesn't look like the writing's up here on this one, but here's just another one. Kind of looks like it could be an office and a retail. Again, it's another high density commercial. So in the game, I guess it would be all commercial. These will all be commercial buildings, but there are dozens of, or at least several. I wouldn't say necessarily dozens, but there are several more buildings, commercial and residential. So that's the Korean content pack, and I really like it. I love those two, the R&D building and the apartment complex. I think that is great. The temple, I like it. And then some of these service buildings are much needed. The crematorium and the incinerator plant. I think those were much needed in the vanilla game. And then also the elementary school. That just gives us another school option, which I think we could have. Since you have to place so many of those around the city, I think you could have as many of those as possible, the many different options as possible, makes your city look better. Any questions, comments, feel free to leave those. Hit that like button, hit that suggestion button, or like suggestions button, hit that like button, or hit that subscribe button. If you think somebody would benefit from this video, feel free to share it. And we'll see you next time. This is Gomer with Gomer Games. Thank you. Have a great day.